I've also decided to record this for my YouTube channel, so that is what I will be doing as well. So, hi YouTube. Welcome to Twitch streams, I guess? I don't know. I keep saying that I'm going to do that, and I record them, and then I never actually post them, so we'll see what happens with this. I can't get comfortable today for some reason. Hold on. My knee is acting up. Okay. So now that we explored my computer, let's get back into the game. Alright. Please enter my name. We'll just go with Ty. It's easiest. I'm like really up close, but also not. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Why is this music still so loud in my ears? Oh my god. Okay. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you guys have known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. I've also noticed that I'm reading really quickly. I apologize. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Ty. I also can't do voices, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. I always hear just like a stupid laugh in my brain whenever I see that written out. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Ty, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, but in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... No, what? Well, Dad, you could come to my club. Sayori... Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. I feel so weird reading these in different voices. I don't know. It's weird. Thank you for putting up with me. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's just so cunning as to have planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! You don't even know what this game is about. Is this the events before the zombie apocalypse? So, this essentially is the game. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Just sit back and enjoy the fun. But it is technically classified as a horror game. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. You're already back in high school. That is horror, right? Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Tai, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. I have no idea what to do for her voice. I have like a voice and this is it. Hi, Bass! I'm so glad you're here. You get to join in on the Doki Doki Literature Club Plus fun for today. It's exciting. And you also get to put up with my terrible voices, and hopefully I'll actually remember what I'm doing for each one. We'll see. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one that made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, and then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Tai. Monika smiles sweetly. I've never understood this pose. Like, that would hurt my stomach and my hips so bad, and I already deal with so much pain. I am old. I guess as high school students, that's not really something they have to worry about too much, but, you know. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Ty. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them! I'll get them! Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Is there an option to take the cupcake to go? No. I wish there was. It would be really nice. I would like to go to the anime club, but, no. Whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first, then Monica. I follow. Let's see. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said... Well, maybe. But not for you, dummy. Oh god, I'd mess it up so bad. But not for you, you know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teacup next to the cupcake tray. I have hair that is like tickling my face. Oh gosh. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. She's smart. Tea, book, cupcake. Okay, they can have your kidneys. She is very smart. And that is perfect, but my only problem is that I would be lucky to unknowingly get frosting on my finger and then go to turn the page and get frosting in the book. Ask me how I know that would happen. Definitely hasn't happened before. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader for the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Ty, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read over these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. MC trying to be smooth but failing. That is 100% me. Like, that MC just speaks to me so hard. So it's a good thing that I'm pretending to be them, because that's my dating world in a nutshell. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. My girl. High five. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something that I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh? Why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Bail, take the cupcake and run. You're about to forward the core drama. Maybe. But also, isn't it interesting, though? Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, you know. Don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. You never know. I just might. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Tai? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I would join this club. Record scratch. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, Vine Boom. There you go. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Huh. Tai... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. Poor trauma! I mean, who wouldn't be defenseless against these girls? Like, they're so stereotypically cute. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Who can say no to cute girls? Let's be honest here. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. It's the Lit Club. Hey! If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then, that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Tai, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Cute girls say no to me, it saves me the trouble. Yeah, you know, that's fair. They normally... Yeah. 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 Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me, not beside me. That would be funny if anxiety was just next to you instead of inside you. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Tai, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! If anxiety was beside me, I'd beat its ass. You and me both. I'll bring the baseball bat. With that, the two of us depart the club and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure some good fortune will find me. So the horror is getting rejected by four girls you like? That's immensely brutal. It might be. It might not be. We will see as we continue to go forward. And I guess it starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay. It's time to write a poem! Pick words you think are your favorite club favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes the poem the most. Alright. Let's see. Loud, amazing, wrath, breathe, anxiety, hop, agonizing, daydream, beauty, disaster. Uncontrollable, sunset, bunny, ribbon, contamination, music, whisper, romance, philosophy. Bouncy, jumpy, shame, cheeks, rose, despise, unrestrained, summer, inferno, melancholy. Not melancholy. Me who knows this game already. Right? I know. Broken, fester, horror, flea, lollipop, that's horror. Papa hurt, rainbow, raindrops. Papa hurt, rainbow! Analysis, heart, doki doki, lust, eternity, flower. Eternity. Vivacious, jump, pink, aura, anger, hopeless, kiss, open. Ocean. Empty, charm. I don't know. Vivacious? Papa hurt, rainbow! I know! That's horrible. Headphones, essence, marshmallow, silly, twirl, misfortune, giggle, anime socks, vertigo, misfortune. That was not who I thought it was going to be. Determination, shopping, infinite disarray, vanilla, imagination, fantasy, memories, cry, graveyard. Mouse, hair, parfait, rain cloud, captive, sweet, depression, melody, cute, promise. Rain cloud? Nope. Happiness, playground, vibrant. I was hoping to get all of just Yuri's words, but apparently I have failed significantly. Happiness, playground, vibrant, whistle, insight, unstable, massacre, dark, family, infallible, dark. Son of a bitch, Sayuri. Defeat, lucky, covet, sing, pout, calm, bed, skirt, tears, love, defeat. This is going horribly. Lazy, strawberry, sticky, fickle, sensation, incapable, play, peaceful, kawaii, extraordinary. Sayuri? Party, sadness, fear, after image? Starscape, pain, lipstick, games, fluffy, ambient. Fear? God damn it, Sayuri. Fireflies. I need to pick that one. He passed. There's no other option but fireflies. Treasure, comfort, chocolate cage, suicide, hope, nature, feather, puppy, joy. Hope. Okay, apparently I'm just going for Sayuri now. He is here. He is here. What? Dang, okay. Right. Candy, adventure, whirlwind, destiny, valentine, tragedy, waterfall, excitement, explode, vitality. I wonder if Firefly knows that he's in this. It's a good question. We might have to yell at him later. Candy, adventure, whirlwind, destiny, valentine, tragedy, waterfall, tragedy. Okay, yeah, apparently I wanted Yuri, but Sayori decided to just come right out from underneath me. Swimsuit, smile, clouds, together, blanket, holiday, clumsy, uncanny, existence, sugar. Poof, Spinning, flying, crimson, alone. Judgment, heartbeat, shiny. Friends embrace. Shiny friends embrace! Alone? Atone, extreme, passion, vacation, fun, awesome, unrequited, fighting, frightening, special, nightgown, frightening. Wonderful, unending, effulgent, skipping, pleasure, maker, prayer, scars, milk, incongruent, scars. Apparently my girl is Sayori. Sayori. She is really stealing all the good words. Hi, Gentai. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Tai. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you don't even want to join it. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then I won't see the end of it. Then you won't see the end of it. She's fine. I won't. She's fine. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Tai always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room's so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Tai can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? It's your starter weapon. I choose the chancla. That's beautiful. Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Yeah. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. She knows you're an ADHD-infested gremlin, right? At this point, I think we're all ADHD-infected gremlins. But she's perfect, isn't she? She has my heart. Okay. But that doesn't seem to be the case. She took one look at us and went, neurodivergent. I mean, How can you not, when you look at this? There is just... I just scream autism and ADHD. Let's be honest here. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Did you bring a slipper? Yeah, you brought a slipper. Do you want to show everybody? She doesn't want to show her slipper. Sorry. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I know, no slipper. Hopefully we'll get to see the slipper later. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I thought... Self? That is the whole point. Literature club is for literature. And usually, literature means reading. So, fucking read. I know we'd struggle with English, but we can do it. I promise. I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to... Why can I not speak? We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Why is compared a difficult word for my brain to say? Huh. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Eh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. God, now I can't speak all of a sudden. I can't read, I can't speak, I can't. That is my slogan. I can't. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ah! I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. That would be fucking terrifying. You're just like mostly asleep and you wake up and it's just Sayori right in your face. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Okay, can we start a napping club? Like, genuinely, let's... Today is the first day of napping club. Go. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. Nap club would be amazing, right? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Sayori is so autism-coded. She really is. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Okay, what are you doing, child? Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up? Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? I know, I'm so harsh right now. What is my problem? Why am I such a dick? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. What is going on with this foot? Sayori, what is up with this foot? I don't think that's how foots are supposed to go. This is so funny. What is? Well, angles. Angles, but also, what is up with the bent? Bruh, are you her mother? Apparently, I frickin' am. Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? The angle is so weird. It really is. Like, I understand that's supposed to be, like, me looking at her, but it's awkward. My brain, my brain not braining. Appreciate the messy girl in all her mess. Apparently I can't. I'm just gonna call her out and tell her that that's the reason that she doesn't have a boyfriend. I guess. Hey, be careful! The button might come off! Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Of course it's that one. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again! I was not expecting her to just come right out and say it. Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange seeing Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. I just spent like 10 minutes buttoning that. What the heck? Phew! That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Congratulations, I'm a father. Thank you. I'm so glad. Isn't my daughter beautiful? She's so pretty. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Welcome to autism. It's impossible to tell all the times when we joke. Okay, everyone. Eh? Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we all share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Tai, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. Go first, you don't want to follow up anyone with a fragment of skill. That also means that you get to, like, just, you know, get it done with. But yeah, that is so true. Always go first. And then you can just sit there for the rest of the time laughing at everybody else. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Okay, so, who should I show my poem to first? I don't think I can do polls still. Okay, yeah, I can't do a poll. But let me know in the comments. Who do you want? Do you want Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, or Monica? You have 30 seconds. Cupcake Girl, she'll feel amazing after our dumpster fire. Which Cupcake Girl? The one who made the cupcakes? Or the one who wants to eat the cupcakes? Because those are technically two different people. Made them. Okay. So you both want Natsuki. Okay. Alright, Natsuki. There we go. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Tai, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, do you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. She's such a little... Yeah. She's a jerk. Put it that way. But also, so am I. So, I guess that's, you know. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Tsundere is the term for what she's acting like, right? Yes, she is tsundere. I can never remember the dairy types. There's so many. Let's see, tsundere who has a loving feelings for the love interest but is unable to be honest with them, so they end up acting distant, standoffish, and stuck up to conceal them. Yes. So she's absolutely... Never mind, you feel good about your skills now. Yeah, she doesn't exactly have the best poem here. Yeah. Yeah. Dairy. See, dairy makes my tummy angry. I mean, everything makes my dairy angry. Everything makes my stomach angry. But also dairy is angry. You can fascinate a girl by showing her cheese. You know, that is so true. As someone who was something like one, cheese and beef jerky. Those are the two big ones for me. She is being really needy tonight. I don't know why. Why? What is up with you? Huh? Are you gonna show everybody your face? I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. Is it okay to ask for your pronouns? Honestly, I don't really care. Personally, I usually use they, them, but honestly, a lot of times it kind of depends on the day. So just throw any of them at me, and if I'm not into it, I will just say, hey, I feel more this today. It's kind of the easiest thing for me because gender is confusing and it is both there and not there at the same time for me. So yeah, I don't even know anymore. I don't know. I am. Okay, I understand. Yeah. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. I do appreciate you asking, though. By the way. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem. What hits you hard? Well, I guess the fact that people can only try? Maybe that. I don't know. Natsuki, your poem kind of sucked. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening. Okay, that's true. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight onto the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Oh gosh, somebody's trying to lay down, and I don't have the lap for that. Okay. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. That hit like a Cheeto puff. You write. I need a you write button. I really need to get a soundboard set up. That's what I desperately need. A soundboard. May, go get me a soundboard. Okay. So you did... I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. At least I'm nice in that regards. Alright, we're gonna go with Yuri next. I'm gonna save Sayori last. Well, other than... Yeah, I'll do good call from the pro tag. Yeah, MC kind of did that very well, considering the horrible thing that we did to poor Sayuri there. Okay, let's see. We're gonna do Yuri next. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri? Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something that you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well... Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. I really like how her handwriting is written. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I really like this poem. But it's also Yuri, so I like her. Love all of their handwritings. So pretty. That is very true. It is very pretty. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Girl, I swear to God. I will slap you if you say that again. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read? Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. I also liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I need a drink of water. That's not technically water, but, you know, we're just gonna pretend like it is. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Tai. Really? I must have totally missed the point. How much of the game do you know? Like all of it or bits and pieces? I'm familiar with like 75% of it, but there are parts that I have completely forgot about. With my memory being as terrible as it is, I know that there's a lot that's in here that I've completely forgotten about. But I have watched Mark's playthrough, if that gives any hint. I haven't watched it in a long time though, just because after a while, you're like at 1%, when do they get the shotguns? Maybe soon? We'll see. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yuri pulls out a 9mm out of nowhere when someone insults your poem. I feel like Natsuki would be the one with the shotgun, just poised and ready to go if you say one tiny little thing negative about her poem. Like, she's just 100% gonna blast your ass. Not that way, but with the shooty bang bang kind. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. Think she may cry. I feel like she's really sensitive. Yeah. I don't remember much about her, so it's kind of hard to say. I don't know. I still feel like she would be the one with the shotgun just ready to fucking shoot you right in the face if you said anything negative, but that's also just my interpretation of her character from just what we've done today. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Tai. Me too. I'm gonna keep doing the best for myself. Okay, next is Monica. Hi, Tai. Having a good time so far? Yeah. She probably has an unloaded shotgun for intimidation. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I was just thinking of her having, like, one of the joke shotguns to where when she pulls the trigger, it just kind of, like, explodes with confetti and says bang. I feel like Monica would pull out a chainsaw. Chainsword? You don't know why. I can see it. I can see it. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Ain't that the fucking truth? Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. You feel called out? Yeah, same. Why this pose? Why the pose? Don't worry, Tai. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's the sort of barrier that we'll all get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Oh, gosh. My sinuses were clear until I started to frickin' be in this office again. I don't know, maybe I'm allergic to this room. Probably for boobs and sales. That's possible. It's a stereotypical anime, like, manga pose. If that makes any sense. Now that I say it out loud. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? Never seen a guy do that pose. That is very true. Now I need to do the Hawkeye initiative, but with anime guys standing in that pose. If you haven't seen what the Hawkeye initiative is, look it up, because it's fantastic. And if I had an ounce of talent, that's what my talent would go towards. You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had these sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Huh. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Huh. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that is totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find this kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. You writing a poem sobbing. What rhymes with lentil? Oh god. Mental? Blental? I got nothing. Yeah, we're in the same boat. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Pental? Yeah, that's fair, Hepass. Yeah. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. How do you add a pental to a poem about soup? You could pretend that pental would be like pent up frustrations, so you have so many pental frustration. I don't know, I'm gonna shut up now and keep reading. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays, I swear to God. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Reading out loud is hard. No one really practices it. That's fair. My brain processes information too quickly, and so when I'm trying to read something, it just kind of enjoys shoving words and letters in where they don't belong, and so a sentence can be really simple and only have 4 words, but my brain reads it as having 12 words, and then everything gets all screwy. My brain doesn't work properly. To make a long story short. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. See, the problem is that I can't go with the flow and I can't just move my hand because it makes my wrist hurt. Thanks for listening. You've seen professional speakers who rehearsed trip over around 1 minute of speaking. You think most of the skill comes from recovering from the slip-ups. That's very true. I also try to make a joke about it like I do with everything else. So, gee, who would have thunk it? That's what I try to live by, even though I have to be perfect. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Ty. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. You just don't want me to be hard on myself. Oh, I'm 99% of what I'm saying is me joking and just kind of taking slight jabs at myself just because I find it funny and I hope that other people find it funny too. So, but I do appreciate it. Absolutely. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Thai poem! And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. Sayori, I'm gonna need that back. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote that. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you, like, front of you in the club room? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Ty. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this meant to her and all. Ugh, you guys are adorable. I love both of you. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here. That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Let the woman eat. Trust me. Yeah. Yeah. Let her eat. She needs food. She needs the energy. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? No, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. You could have fooled me. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Tai did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. Ooh, shit's about to go down. Who's got the bells? We need to ring in the first round. I didn't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Literary fight! Yelling that just from like all of the hallways to try to get more people into the room with you. Okay, honey, you need to go. My knee hurts. Thank you. Both my knee and my ankle. Okay. Which I haven't yet. And Tai liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Tai appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh! And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? You prepare the lentil, the pot looks back, judgmental. Slowly I heat, my hunger will defeat, Pental sucks, good thing Sakura does not give me the X. That is beautiful, I love it. I absolutely love that so much. I also love how I told her to get out of my lap and she's now back in my lap, not even a minute later. But yeah, that is honestly oh my goodness, excuse me, I have the hiccups. That's honestly great. Okay. I know if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Ty started showing up. Damn. Those are some shots fired right there. We might need to call an ambulance because shots fired. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Ty, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Honey, we had to be forced to figure out what yours said and meant. So, you know, I don't think you really have any room to talk. Help me explain that to her, Ty. Well, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Ty? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... Natsuki, Yuri, help me, Sayori. I ain't gonna do this, help me, Sayori. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Huh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Jump out the window. That should have been an option, 100%. Ty? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject with their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She is so rude. She would never. It's your immaturity that sets her up that makes... Oh my god, why can I not read? It's your immaturity that makes her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's is so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Fucking Sayori. Big and beautiful. It got even better. Thank you, Sayori. Pick up Sayori and throw her out the window. I think we need to cherish her right now because she's pulling out all the stops here. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. Sayori is the Seiko of this game. She 100% is the Seiko of this game. I was just like, why does she remind me of somebody? And yeah, that's because it's Seiko. I miss Seiko. I need to I need to make sure that I stream tomorrow so that we can get back into that game, because it's been, like, what, 3 weeks? I whispered to Monica. She's hilariously inappropriate. She 100% is. Like, the comment that Sayori just made about Yuki's boobs is basically, like, the entirety of Seiko's personality. It's wonderful. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. What does that have to do with anything that we were just talking about? That makes 2 of us. Stop that pose, goddammit, my back hurts. I know! Every time I see her do that, my back is just... the pain is immediate. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Ty, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. I'm watching you. I love that use of equals sign. That is beautiful. You bringing handcuffs to the next poem reading? Be careful, that might excite somebody. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. Don't you threaten me with a good time. That is fantastic. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Ty! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. You did good. I'm going to get you a Sayori snack on the way home. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Okay, for reals this time, kiddo. Yes, I love you. Go. Thank you. I need to be able to move forward so I can lean back, if that makes any sense. And now I'm being kicked again. No. Go away. Go away. Phew! You know, Ty, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Go away, child. I need to romance these high school students. Why are the cops here? Now, when you put it like that, I feel like even more of a creep. God damn. Every day is gonna be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Oh, I'm getting so stuffy. Okay, infallible clouds, pleasure, pure tenacity, melancholy, love, existence, calm, uncanny, melancholy. Climax, intellectual, color, waterfall, chocolate, bliss, judgment, agonizing, email, scars. Color. I suppose I'm gonna go for Sayori because I already screwed up things with Yuri by not being able to get her poem proper. Hopeless, kitty, Doki Doki, special, passion, kiss, laugh, beauty, tears, shopping, special. Ribbon, vivid, vanilla, shame, nightgown, Valentine, inferno, uncontrollable, vertical, sparkle, Valentine. That's okay. Anger, sensation, cage, headphones, smile, games, lipstick, sunset, crimson, effulgent. We'll do sensation, I suppose. Vivacious, cry, childhood, disown, atone, vibrant, empty, fear, question, journey. Vivacious. Okay, why is it that now that I want to go for Sayori, I can't, and all I'm getting is freaking Yuri? Contamination, boop. Party, pink, meager, fantasy, flying, sweet, misery, unstable. I really want to pick boop, but I'm sure that it's probably not Suki's. So we'll go sweet. Happiness, fluffy, incapable, cheeks, amazing, lazy, lucky, massacre, swimsuit, promise, lazy. Fester, extreme, raindrops, puppy, ambient, pain, eternity, frightening, summer, breathe. Why do I keep seeing pop-ups? I just had Twitch tell me that an ad's about to start, but it's still not for like a couple of minutes, so. Okay, what do I want? Eternity. Okay, that's not who I thought it was gonna be. Music, imagination, unrestrained, universe, fun, holiday, embrace, graveyard, heart, playground. Unrestrained. Skirt, philosophy, cute, memories, pout, loud, after, image, sing, marshmallow, together. Why is it that now that I want Sayori, I can't get her? What is this? Memories. Rose, socks, whirlwind, player, captive, dream, strawberry, wonderful, clumsy, anime. Let's go Rose. Electricity, sugar, excitement, giggle, grief, heaven sent, heartbeat, starscape, rainbow, portrait, clapping, clap. I tried to do it again, dang it. Clapping, captive. Try saying that 5 times fast. Clapping, claptive. What am I doing with this one? Excitement. Awesome, bunny, destiny, papa, variance, entropy, death, hop, jump, unending, death. That is not who you would think that word goes to. Charm, twirled, unrequited, skipping, spinning, covet, romance, precious, aura, dark. It's because you're distorting yourself to try and change yourself for someone, which always leads to failure. Yeah, that's a good point. Unrequited. Vitality, nibble, adventure, forgive, milk, hope, despise, desire, jumpy, lollipop. Let's go despise. Anxiety, hurt, disarray, blanket, mouse, landscape, friends, suicide, disaster, broken. Comfort, nature, lust, misfortune, treasure, infinite, daydream, essence, depression, and feather. I just tried to put essence and depression into one word, and it came out I don't even remember what I said now. Jeez. Let's see. Misfortune. Hello, other child of mine. Fireworks, defeat, peace, melody, sticky, parfait, sadness, silly, tragedy, and incongruent. Let's do peace. Oh. Rain cloud, time, shiny, peaceful, determination. Flea, flower, candy, hair, play. Rain cloud. It's apparently no longer playing music or sound. Weird. Okay. Thank you. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. Trying to move my stuff. I always preemptively come back, like, before I'm actually ready to come back from breaks. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Ty. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which... Oh, that's her. Speaking of which... I can't read, apparently. This is weird. It's silent. I don't like that it's silent. Why is it silent? I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that, all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would have to lend you some. I have hairs tickling my neck. Oh boy, that felt like a spider was about to eat me. And I'm friends with spiders, and that still scared the crap out of me. Jeez. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Ty to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. Said like a true rich kid, right? Oh my gosh. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori. Oh my gosh, my nose itches so bad right now. I don't even know why. I said a spider, and now my entire body's just like, let's act like there's a spider crawling all over us. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess that's a little devil inside I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come back if it weren't for the cupcakes. Nope, just a duck in a hat. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Pwah! Ow! What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Man, I wish I had the metabolism to still be able to eat cookies. Also, can't because sugar challenge, which is terrible. I'm miserable. Help. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Again, that sounds exactly, or in my brain, that sounds exactly the way that, what's her butt from Higurashi does it. Again, you need to go and listen to it to understand what it is that I'm talking about, but they are just cohesive. They are one character. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth it seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. She's so dramatic. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. The snack bringer. I like her more. Yeah, that's true. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where is Monica, anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. Huh. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she... Not one of you have her number. I don't know if cell phones even exist in this universe. So it's entirely possible that no, they don't have her number. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chooses the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up, anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Okay, Natsuki, first off, not always true. When you're focused, sometimes everything else in the entire world disappears. Secondly, shut up. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Ty. Monica smiles sweetly. Quit with the pose. It's still silent. Why is it silent? I don't like that there's no sound. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. I am still completely incapable of reading. We have Stebbled. There was the crust a long time ago. How many other words am I going to create during my streaming escapades? We'll find out. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the clock. Claptive, that's right. I think that one's my favorite so far, is Claptive. Oh, God. I need to stop playing games where I'm supposed to read, because it just doesn't work for me. Ty! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? English is very hard. Well, you know how the festival is coming up? Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. I see. What are we, in friggin' elementary school? Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Ty to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Aw, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Ty? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. See, I said that she looked like a child. She doesn't look the most like a child, but still. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. Performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull. Ty! You're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that. Sayori. How do I put this? I'm getting hot in there. Oh, this is nothing. Not really. Thankfully, this is not one of those kinds of games. I only do that in private, thank you very much. I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just meant that it's pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. Ah, I'm so excited! The festival is gonna be so much fun! Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey, Tai, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission. It's been a long time since I spent It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand, too! They're kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find... Wait! I'm looking for my favorite color! Fine. Then I'll at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. That fucking sound. Yeah! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow, 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 ow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts! Just do it for a second. Ah yes, that pose. It's kind of funny that pose shows up because I tried to stretch my legs yesterday by sitting like this, and I used to be able to sit like this all the time. No, my hips did not like that whatsoever. Don't try that at home, kids. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark in the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. You're gonna go to bed. It's late. I hope the game goes well, or as well as this game goes. That's fair. I have been streaming for quite some time. I'm probably not gonna go for too much longer, so you won't miss much. But have a good night. I'll see you later, Hebass. Hi. Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. And she's still sitting in the same position. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, you idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Tai? This kind of reminds me of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing onto the things you did. But sometimes when I tried doing the things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Ty, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. They're in love! I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Ty? I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up after... No. There's no telling where we'll end up for college, or after that. So it wouldn't be fair to me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression on her face. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in the thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs! Sayori hops to her feet. Ah! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast over hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Jeez.